Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The Environment Minister uses selective information to support her crusade against hardworking Albertans in the coal industry. An air quality study by the University of Alberta School of Public Health released in November 2015, more recent than the minister's 2012 report that she waves about all the time, shows that coal plants are a minimal source of Edmonton air pollution. To the minister, before you destroy the livelihood of 10,000 Albertans working in the coal industry based on selective evidence, won't you consider all evidence and rethink your attack on Alberta workers and families?
Well, Mr. Speaker, we have an official opposition that likes to deny the science of climate change. Apparently, we have a third party that also likes to reject the science of pollution and health effects of coal-fired electricity, which are well known. There is no end to the science on this matter, that NOx and SOx and particulate matter are a problem. That is why, for example, the Asthma Society of Canada has just gifted this government, honored us with a Leadership in Public Policy award this year, Mr. Speaker. And the reason for that is that all Albertans will breathe a little easier as we phase out coal-fired electricity.
Thank you. For supplemental.
Well, Mr. Speaker, the minister is proving she is using selective information to support her crusade against hardworking Albertans in the coal industry. And Mr. Speaker, the fact is, we know that the Liberal minister was in Saskatchewan last week praising carbon capture technology as a way to reduce emissions. The federal Conservative minister exempted some of Alberta's best coal plants due to modern technology used. We know climate change is real. We just want to fight against things that cause damage to people. Since both sides in Ottawa recognize new technology, why can't this NDP government in Alberta get in touch with science?
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. You know, the consensus around coal-fired electricity is broad. It's throughout the industrialized world. Most other jurisdictions are also looking at these policies, and what we are doing is proceeding with a thoughtful plan for the 6 plants post-2030 that were not captured by the federal Environment Canada regulations, Mr. Speaker. This is a thoughtful plan that will proceed in negotiation with the electricity providers and with the communities in question, Mr. Speaker.
Well, there you have it, Mr. Speaker. The minister is hanging with the elite manifesto party in Ottawa instead of the ones that consider science. Mr. Speaker, 10,000 jobs will be lost because of the Environment Minister's demonization of an industry committed to operating in an environmentally responsible manner. To the Premier, since we know your minister is committed to killing 10,000 jobs and you choose to call your budget, quote, the jobs plan, please describe the 10,001 jobs you will create to undo the damage your minister is determined to do.
Mr. Speaker, the over-dramatization of what's happening in this House is, if it wasn't so serious and if the misinformation wasn't so out to lunch, it would actually be quite funny. But it is so out to lunch and so inflammatory and not honest. Let's remember what Conservatives are saying about climate leadership and the work we're taking. Again, Jim Dinning, the legislation is offering sensible eco-fiscal policy for Alberta. We're moving forward in a sensible manner, Mr. Speaker, and we should conduct ourselves accordingly in the House.